Hey guys, Reckless Rich here again, and yes, from now on I'm sticking with Reckless Rich, alright? I'm not gonna go virus on it anymore, but yeah. I feel like it was kinda dumb, but yeah, Reckless Rich, my name. So, obviously, you can tell by the name of this video that I'm here with a part 2 shout out to one of my favorite YouTubers, Rich Kenobi. Now, why am I doing this again? Well, I believe it was a few days ago, 6 days ago actually, that this guy had made a video. I believe he was talking about that how IGN. Sorry about that. How IGN doesn't really give that good reviews of any type of movie, and I personally, I have never heard of. I think I have heard of IGN actually. I mean, pretty much a lot of people have, yeah. But I've never actually seen their videos really until like I might have saw some of their videos. I'm not positive. But, like, the way he described them as far as the reviews go for, like, Batman vs. Super... Now, yes, you know, if you saw my update video, I gave a brief explanation of what I thought of it. I didn't think it was great, but it was enjoyable. I did enjoy... Like, it was cool, like, I don't want to spoil it, but yeah. You know, so there were a few cool scenes in there. I mean, I thought the story was kind of a little mixed up a little bit, like, a little weird, but because of that reason, I'm not gonna say, oh, because of that, you know, like the story was kind of confused me. Oh, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 10. You know, it's one thing to say something like this, like maybe like for example, okay, like Deadpool. I was happy Colossus was in it, but the way they portrayed him was kind of like, eh. You know, like how they he kind of acted like, you know, like, oh, you shouldn't kill these guys, whatever. And I know he doesn't kill, but the way they kind of portrayed him was like you know, like. I want him to be like the one actor who played him in the X-Men movie. You know, if you remember that one other actor that played him. But I mean, he wasn't horrible. You know, the way they portrayed him, like I thought he could have been like a little bit more tougher and actually fight like, you know, more. But you know, I think he was average. You know, the way they portrayed him. I'm not saying the actor was horrible, but the way they just portrayed Colossus, and because of that, I'm not gonna say, oh, well, because of Colossus, I'm gonna give this movie a what, like a 5 or a 6. I gave that movie an 8. All right, so, but it's just like, I hate like how I get this. All right, I get this all the time. Well, I don't get this. I don't get this. What I meant was I get the fact that when it comes to critics, you have your own opinion about whatever. I understand that, but it's one thing to say, okay. This movie, like, it's one thing to say, okay, this movie was good. I had some problems with it, but it was still enjoyable. And then say, oh, because of this, it sucks. Like, I've seen a lot of reviewers. Alright, I've seen so many reviewers besides Rich. I've seen other YouTubers around there who give reviews of movies, and some of them are pretty good, you know. But then the ones who are like, oh, this sucked because of this little, it's like, come on, and. Like, the way people review these movies are like, it's like, are they trying to do this to just get noticed? I mean, or get attention? I don't get it. But, yeah, so Richard Kenobi had made that video. And I was very curious to see if anybody bashed him on the comment section. And surprisingly, kind of surprisingly, yeah, there was like 2 to 3 people who were commenting on him saying, oh, You're telling IGN to grow up. You grow up. You know, people are saying, "Oh, you know, stop whining, stop complaining." You know, and at first I'm like, "Well, of course, yeah, people are going to disagree with you. I mean, not everyone's going to agree with you on everything, or on, you know." So then, so I see the comments, and I see only like one. I think it was only one guy who backed him up. Actually, I'm not sure. I do know that there was about 2 to 3 people who were bashing him, though, saying, oh, IGN's great, it's great, why are you saying it sucks? And so I decided to comment on these guys, and I told them just leave him alone. You know, just, you know, I responded to their comments saying, hey, man, leave the guy alone, he's being honest. You know, how can you possibly support a reviewer who is just, like, crazy, I guess? You know, so yeah, I backed up Rich. You know, I told these guys to leave him alone. You know, to just, you know, stuff like that. So Richard Kenobi, if you're watching, I don't know if you saw that. I don't know if you saw the comments at, like a few hours later after you uploaded that video. But yes, I did respond to those two people. I did respond to them. I backed you up, so just don't worry. You know that there are some people that are with you. So yeah. And what I hate too about critics, let me give you an example. I hate how critics are like for example, look at like Roman Reigns, I guess, for like in WWE. Roman Reigns is like the top guy right now, and people are criticizing him. I'm not because, well, yeah, because of his wrestling ability. And just right now, I watched an interview with Stone Cold, and they were talking to him. Do you think he can possibly get over? And Stone Cold said, "Well, people are bashing him because it's his moveset," and he admitted it. I'm like, oh, I've been saying this forever. He said, "Well, I was kind of like that too in my day. I would do the same moves over and over again." I think the only reason why Stone Cold got over was because, first of all, it was the Attitude Era, and second of all, it wasn't like PG. Like, he said a lot of bad words, drank beer, drive a bunch of his trucks and his vehicles to the arena. I think that's why he got over, because we're in the PG era now. That's got to be the reason why, because, again, Ultimate Warrior, The Rock, Stone Cold, all those guys' styles are very similar to Reigns. They do like pretty much the same moves over and over. And some fans fail to realize that. That's why I hate the hardcore fans of wrestling. I mean, it's like, but like the way they criticize Roman Reigns is weird. Like the way they criticize him, it's like, okay, if you think he sucks because of his wrestling ability, okay. But the things they criticize him about is just so weird. Like, oh my god, this is so retarded. They say he has his long, wet hair. Okay, let me clear something for you guys. Every single wrestler who has long hair, they wet their hair. Dolph Ziggler, Seth Rollins, Neville. See, that's just dumb. It's not just that reason, or I don't know if that counts, but there's a lot of reasons why they criticize this guy, but in dumb ways. You know, but yeah, but I do like Roman Reigns. So, but again, that's something else. I don't know if I can talk about. Oh, it was an example, but yeah. So yeah. But anyways, again, like if you want to say Deadpool sucks because of this, you want to say, oh yeah, like I wouldn't doubt IGN if they were to say, oh, Suicide Squad is like a 6. I can guarantee Suicide Squad will be like a 9 or a 10. Hell, I'm looking forward to that one more than I was BVS. You know, but again, Richard Kenobi, hope you're watching this. I mean, if you're watching this, just know that you have some supporters who backed you up in that video. I know a lot of people, and yeah, you got a lot more dislikes than likes, unfortunately. Like 7 likes and 13 dislikes. But again, you do have some supporters backing you up. So do not listen to them. You know, yeah, it's just, yeah. But anyways, yeah, so, so again, it's like I've seen a lot of critics, you know, over my time in YouTube, like other YouTubers, and some are great. Like, okay, like if somebody says, I think Raiden should have beat Wolverine, I would have been like, okay, you know, it was like I disagree with them about Raiden winning. I did think I thought Wolverine would win, but if I see somebody, oh yeah, like Richard Kenobi said Raiden would win, I was like, okay, I disagree with them about Raiden winning, but hey, at least it was an enjoyable video. You know, I'm like, all right, at least he got the facts down and everything. At least he didn't say, oh, Ryan's gonna win because he's cooler. Like, I hate those kind of people. You know, pretty much like bias, at least with that kind of stuff. But when it comes to reviews of movies, it's like some fans are mature enough to know when, like, oh yeah, I had some problems with it, but I'm not gonna say it's horrible because, you know, it was a good movie. Slight problems. Oh, it sucks because this happened. It's just so annoying, but. Yeah, so Richard Kenobi, hope you, if you're watching this, just know that some people are backing you up. And I agree, BVS wasn't great, but it was good. I gave it a 7 out of 10. So yeah, that's pretty much going to wrap up this video, guys. Again, stay tuned for my next videos coming up this week. This video I wasn't even planning on doing. I just saw that video. I'm like, you know what? Let me back up my good friend Rich Kenobi, alright? So yeah, so looking forward to my next videos this week. And as always, Reckless Rich. Signing out.